season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And out. 4th down.
Here we go. 4th down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. They'll try the left side. Cottrell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Janoris Jenkins.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
David Onyemata brought him down. A loss of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, Cottrell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, Newton. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
33.
8 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. 3rd down here.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short.
A gain of 9 on the play.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
That's good.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, Cottrell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd down, Cottrell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Short on the stop. No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Mahomes pass.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
49-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup of 38. Now he'll escape to his right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Throwing again is Newton. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Rob Gronkowski Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Get nothing. I like it.
Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown,
Andy Isabella, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Pass midfield. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
For a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off-play action. Newton. On the right side, this is Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Escaping the pressure right. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Okay, baby, come on.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Let's go.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
He's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's now 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they can get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 10, this is 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
To number 30.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A good pickup there at 22.
The 47-yard.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
The 25-yard line.
Newton throwing again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second and 10, Newton again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he stopped immediately there. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And 9.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This time Mahomes will throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20.
Oh, my.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing.
20, Ravens 12. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try to prepare going forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tennessee, the great run they've been on continues.